Which side are you on? This is the Daily Dozen, presented by Champions Round.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Daily Dozen stream. I am Stephanie Smalls, joined by Eagle Dan FF. We're going to break down the entire Daily Dozen slate and preview this Thursday night football game. How you doing, Dan?
Great. Excited for this game. The last game was really competitive, so hopefully this one will be as well.
Hopefully. I don't know what the weather is going to do. Hopefully. Not really sure. Hopefully. We'll see what they can brew up for us. If you guys want to play with us for a chance to win $1,200, go download the Champions Round app. If you have not used our app yet, use the code DailyDozen. It will get you a deposit bonus, free entry, all the stuff. So go check it out and you guys can play against us. We'll go and get the slate up right now. Let's get on to the first prop. So we have the 4-5 Falcons, 2.5-point favorites. They're on the road against the 2-7, who knows, led Carolina Panthers. They met like 13 days ago, 14 days ago, whatever it is. And it was probably one of the better games actually this season, ironically. I don't know if we're going to get that again tonight. There's a hurricane and they're getting kind of some of that rebound weather here. So the first prop is total points, 42.5. What are you thinking here, Dan?
Well, in general, I usually take the unders on Thursday Night Football, and with the whole hurricane thing coming, I really don't think that they'll get to this high. I think they'll try, running the ball more than usual if it's going to rain, and that doesn't really lead to a lot more points with these teams. So I'm going to go under on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I think that everyone's initial reaction will be to take the over here because of the last game. I think the under is the way to go. I think that the weather somewhat levels the playing field, because I think that Walker, he was able to throw the ball against a really shit secondary, and the weather should probably take that out of the equation. I mean, he didn't play well when they played either. His like QBR was 27 or something last time
it wasn't
they played.
Great.
No, and last week too, they benched him for Baker Mayfield, so it shows you their confidence in him. I think that Carolina looked fine after they got rid of Rule. Their defense started to kind of slow down, which was really the only thing that was having them hang in. Lost CMC. Oh my God, my voice, awful. And I think, this is probably where we see the Carolina Panthers start to sizzle out despite all the money being it looks like people are really high on Carolina. All right, let's see. Next one. All right. Atlanta versus Carolina. Total first half points, 20.5. Let's hear it. I feel pretty strongly about this.
Yeah, so if we're going with the premise that the overall under will be lower than this, then I'm going to just continue that line of thought and just go with the under on the total first half points as well. Basically the same rationale, if it's the offense, neither offense is really good, to be honest. So I just don't expect them to score as many points as is needed to get this.
Yeah, and even Atlanta, just like in the first half when they're on the road this season, they're averaging like just over 9 points. It's just 20.5 is too much. Can't expect Carolina to pick up the other, whatever it is, on their side. So I'm with you. I like the under here. Marcus Mariota, passing yards, 155.5. A lot of these numbers are low, even on the books. This one's a little bit lower than I think I saw it out there. Obviously, they're playing weather into the fact that these are also two underperforming, underpassing type guys. So what are you thinking here?
I just think that even with the weather, like 155 is super, super low.
Yeah.
He had 253 last game. So I just think that, even if it gets to 175, which is still not great, that's still going to be over this one. So I'm going to hit the over on this.
I actually am leaning, I don't know if when I submit my Daily Dozen, if I'm going to go under, but because I like the over here too. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this. I know on the market it's a little bit higher too. Carolina alone is allowing 240 yards per game to their opponents. He's only gone over this one time in the last 6 games, but that one game was against Carolina. And I think that, there's probably something to him making a point that he needs to get Kyle Pitts the ball more. And 155 is just really low.
It's so low.
Really low. Like, so what are we expecting? Like, so they're expecting him to go. I mean, I guess you look at what he's done this season, and it really is not impressive. But still, I don't know. Marcus Mariota, I don't know what to do with you. All right, PJ Walker interception. I mean, I am obviously taking the over here.
Yeah, this is the Steph Small special.
Yes, so, and it's Thursday.
Yeah,
you should just automatically take the props. I'm pretty sure you can still get plus money on Mariota to throw one. Walker, I mean, the only knock that you can have again is the weather. There's only so much you can keep saying the word weather, in my opinion, as far as this game goes. I get it, but still. All right, next one. Let's get something a little bit more fun. Okay. Here we go again. Marcus again. Rushing yards, 29.5. For me, this is absolutely an over. He had 43 against Carolina the last time they played. He's gone over this 4 of the last 5 games. And he only didn't go over that last game, but he was shy of like 6 yards. Like, it was not by much. And I think that, again, like, fine, use the weather if you want to do that. I think that with Marcus, that's always possible. Then you add weather, and I think that this is a smash play to take the over here.
Even if it was perfect weather, I don't really think weather has anything to do with this one. I think Marcus just likes to run. Like you said, in 4 of the past 5 games, he's been over this. So I expect him to get over on this game as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I also would love for him to like get into the end zone tonight. It would be very fun. Okay. Cordero Patterson, rushing yards, 53.5. I mean, I'm just like not fully understanding this number, I guess. I am not someone that is going to bet against Cordero going under this. So I'm going to take the over. Do I think it's probably going to be a bigger Tyler Algier day? Yes, I do. But I think 53.5, they run the ball like effing crazy. So I'm all for taking the over here.
Yeah. I mean, it could still be a big Tyler Algier day, and Patterson can still get the over on this. I really don't, like you said, they're going to want to run more than pass in this game. With Patterson coming back, healthy and rested, I think they're going to want to use him a bunch. So I can see the over on this one as well.
Unless this game is like so boring and slow. I'm starting to get really nervous. Okay. DJ Moore, receiving yards, 57.5. I hate this. So I hate this a lot because I want DJ Moore to go over this. I am well aware that he had 152, 153, whatever it was, against Atlanta last time. I know that he also averages like 76 receiving yards in his career against Atlanta. I also know that he's gone over this 2 of his last 3, but I also know that PJ Walker is not great. And I don't know if they're going to get into a lot of these Hail Mary situations in this game. And if weather is a problem, I don't know. But again, this number just seems low. So it feels like everyone is very, very concerned that a hurricane is going to quite literally rip through this game.
I'm actually going to go with the under on this one.
Okay. I'm right. I'm doing it too.
All right. Wonderful that we're in agreement. I just think, that he did have a huge number last game, but I just don't think that he'll have that same kind of thing. There won't be any Hail Marys, no 62-yard bombs in this game to help that total. So, he still is the number 1, but like you said, PJ Walker is struggling. So do we go back to Baker Mayfield again during this game? It's just a big mess, honestly, for the Panthers. So I just don't trust it this to go over. So I'll go the under.
Okay, the next one I am positive I hate. Kyle Pitts, receiving yards, 38.5. He has only gone over this number twice this year, which is absolutely disgusting.
That's the worst news I've ever heard.
I'm so sad about this. He had 80 against Carolina. Honestly, averages 50 in his career games, but I don't know how much of that is bias based on 2 of the games that he's played against Carolina out of whatever. It's all coming from 1 game. Marcus says he's going to give him the ball more. I don't know that a lot of that is in his control. Right. I don't know how much they're allowing him to be involved in where I don't know. I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under here too. I mean, this is something that we've had to do for fantasy football too, is not just look at the names, look at how they're performing. Yeah, Kyle Pitts was a big name coming to this year, but they just aren't using him. I mean, he doesn't get above like 25 yards a game. So there's no reason for me to believe that he'll do it in this game. So there's no reason for me to take the over, honestly.
And unders are so scary for everyone, but again, like it's okay.
Now it's going to be like a 45.
The number is this low for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Drake London receptions 3.5. I think that this is a massive crapshoot. It